Hello, I am Chris Hoffman, the superintendent of the Elk Grove Unified School District. First and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2021. You are extraordinary. I'm honored to be your superintendent and very proud to recognize your accomplishments today. This past year has been unlike anything any of us has ever experienced. We redefined teaching and learning and experienced several tragic events across the country. And yet, you stepped up to the challenges with great flexibility, compassion, and determination. You supported each other, remained committed to your education, and worked to make the world, your world, a better place. You now sit here as graduates of the Elk Grove Unified School District, ready to take on the next challenge. Having been a high school principal for many years, I know this time period is filled with great anticipation and a little anxiousness. Know that this is completely normal. Also know you are ready. I often say the only way for students to get better is if we, the adults, get better at what we do. This past year challenged all we thought we knew about how to run schools. It forced students and staff alike to reimagine how schools work. Together, we did just that. We reimagined school, and that work will continue thanks to your tenacity to make it work. Thank you for stepping into this space, meeting every challenge put before you. Your ability to navigate everything that was put in front of you this year will serve you well in your next adventures. Looking forward, please reach for the stars. You can do anything you put your minds to, and I look forward to reading and hearing about all the incredible successes that lie ahead for the class of 2021. Today's graduation is a commencement into adulthood, and I'm confident that you will continue to be the problem solvers of tomorrow. I encourage you to be engaged with our community, as the healing and recovery has only just begun. Your integrity is seen and felt by all, and it is like no other. You are to be celebrated, commemorated, and congratulated. Best wishes to all of you and your families. Keep kindness in your heart and your dreams alive. Again, congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce the Elk Grove Unified School District Board of Education. Board President, Beth Albiani. Board Clerk, Dr. Crystal Martinez Alir. Board Member, Nancy Chairez Espinoza. Board Member, Carmen Forcina. Board Member, Anthony Perez. Board Member, Sean Yang. And Board Member, Gina Jamerson. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Seth Tosta, and I'm the Vice Principal at Elk Grove Charter School. I would like to welcome all of you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2021, as we celebrate and recognize these amazing, hardworking, and persistent students. Please rise for the national anthem. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we walk.
Hello, I am Mark Levine, the principal of the Elk Grove Charter School, and I'm excited to be here today at this graduation for the class of 2021. I'd initially like to thank Superintendent Hoffman and Vice Principal Tosta for your words of introduction. I'd also like to thank the parents and the students for all of your hard work as you prepared to make it to this day. I'd like to thank the teachers for all of their blood, sweat, and literal tears, and also exposure to blue light with all the screen time for the last year and a half. I'd like to thank our staff members, Debbie, Diana. Literally, we would not be able to stay afloat without you. Lastly, I'd like to thank the district for all of their support of our program and for our vision. As I reflected on the graduating ceremony for the class of 2020, I thought about, virtual graduation. Well, there's a first and a last time for everything. Well, here we are again in a virtual setting for this graduating class. During the last year and a half, the word pivot has been thrown around quite a bit, probably too much. But I think that's a word that has exceptional relevance for our graduates this year. As a noun, the word pivot means a hinge or a point of contact. As a verb, it means the ability to move or adjust around that point of contact. The graduates of the class of 2021 have been able to demonstrate the ability to pivot. They've had to adjust to changing school times, to changing calendars, textbooks, Google Classrooms, and Zoom links that have all changed along the way. On our Elk Grove Charter School diploma, there is a falcon crest with 3 Latin terms, which I think relate to the word pivot and to our graduates today. Those words are magisterium, propositum, and autonomium. I know, that's a mouthful, right? So magisterium, that means mastery. Our students have absolutely demonstrated the ability to show mastery, not only in their content areas, but also in their ability to react to change. Autonomium, that's autonomy. Our students are self-driven and they have goals. They know what they want to do and where they want to be. Purpose, our students have purpose. They've demonstrated that as they have completed the same standards as other graduating classes in this crazy world we have. Parents, every year I look out into the crowd and I imagine that I can read the minds of the parents. Some have just a permagrin where I know they are so incredibly happy for today's events. Other parents have a look which I recognize from my own parents from my graduation about 1,000,000 years ago, which was more like he's lucky he made it. And lastly, there are some parents with a look on their face with just simple amazement and pure joy for where their student, their child, and their classmates have achieved. After 13 years, yes, you have made it to this day. Often when I have students that come to me and say they're reluctant to participate in our graduation ceremony, I look at them and I say, well, the reality is this graduation ceremony might be about you, but it's not really for you. This is for our parents, our guardians, our grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, anybody who's had something to do with your pathway to graduation. All those pickups, drop-offs, parent conferences, phone calls, emails, managing synergy, textbook drive-throughs, tears and joy and everything in between. Putting on a robe and a cardboard hat, when you put into those perspective, is really the least you can do. To the parents out there today, I know you already know this, but I'd like you to hear it from me at least one last time. Your child is amazing. To the students, well, I guess graduates at this point, I'd like to say a few words. Graduate comes from the Latin term gradus. It means a step or a climb. Today is definitely a step. It's an exciting step, but it's an important step. But the reality is, it's just a step. It's the product of all the steps that you've taken to get here today. The stumbles, the trips, the falls, the successes. But ultimately, it's just a step. But it's also the first step as you move into the rest of your life, and that is so exciting to think about. You have so much in store, so much in front of you. And I'd like to tell you that you are amazing. I'd also like to say, because of your hard work and because of your dedication, our future is bright. I always leave every graduation with a few quotes. These are individuals that are much smarter than I am. One of them is from T. Allen Armstrong, and he said, "Champions do not become champions when they win the race. It's in the hours, days, months, and years that they spent preparing for it. And their victorious performance is simply the result of their championship character." Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "What lies before us and what lies behind us are small matters compared to what lies within us." And lastly, to the graduates, this is solely for you. I have told this to every single graduating class from 2008, and it's a quote from Gary Boulding. And he told a graduating class once, "Your parents are extremely excited. You can't imagine their joy and excitement. This is a really good time to ask for some money." As I look forward to your accomplishments today and I look to your future, I am so pleased and I am so thankful that I've been able to be a part of your journey. Congratulations, class of 2021, Elk Grove Charter School. You did it.
Hi, I'm Amira. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Trying to find a greater purpose in life is what drives people to have dreams that may seem impossible to achieve. But as I've learned from my dad, persistence and perseverance are your best friends when striving to achieve the impossible. You see, my dad is a huge believer in education shaping your future. Whenever he get the chance of drilling the importance of it into our heads, he would lecture us, and taking us to school just happened to be one of those opportune times. In these lectures, he would stress 4 key concepts. 1, the importance of studying hard and having a focused mind. 2, keeping the right company. 3, knowing your limitations and setting boundaries for yourself. And 4th, and possibly the most important one, never letting go of your faith. He would say, studying hard and staying focused will get you good grades and prevent you from being ignorant. Knowing your limitations will keep you from burning out. Having the right company will reflect on who you are as a person. And knowing your boundaries and making them known will inherently protect you. And your faith will guide you when you are in doubt, so hold on to it firmly and indefinitely. For if you have nothing but you have faith, then consider yourself to be prosperous. Though at the time, the lecture seems tedious and forever repetitive, I'm now grateful for them. I'm glad these 4 concepts have stuck with me and will continue to stick with me as I graduate high school and pursue college. Being at Charter was an amazing experience. I've met some great people and made some great friends. Some of the memories we've made never fail to make me laugh. For example, in 9th grade art class, we got a visual representation of why you shouldn't lean back in your chair on polished floors. Let's just say someone ended up stuck between the tables with their feet up in the air. Or in 10th grade, field day would just so happen to be the day before finals week. My friends and I took out our rage on each other via a dodgeball game. Or in 11th grade, building a dollhouse and procrastinating so much so that it still isn't done till this day. These are just some of the few memories that we've shared and that I'll forever cherish. So to all my friends who stuck by my side from elementary and 7th grade up until high school, I truly appreciate you guys. Also, I can't stand here today and say goodbye without first saying thank you to all of my teachers, the people that made this day possible for us. So thank you, Miss Mahoney, for being the kindest and most amazing and generous person, and for feeding into my love of reading with the list of book recommendations each and every year. Thank you, Miss Goodbreak, for never hesitating to share a life story midway teaching a math lesson. Thank you, Mr. Burt, for having a questionable yet unmatched music playlist and an elite sense of humor. Thank you, Miss Wade, Miss Rodriguez, and Miss Morton, for always being patient with our class, even when some of us got on your guys' last nerves. Thank you, Miss Debbie and Diana, for coordinating all of our school events, and Jim for being the comedic relief. Thank you to our principal, Mr. Levine, as well as our vice principal, Mr. Tosta. For the parents and the family members who supported us throughout, we thank you as well. I will end this speech with something my dad would say as we'd be getting out of the car, and I would like to give the same advice to my peers. To the graduating class of 2021, keep the faith, get your education, and make your dreams your reality. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chanel McLean. I've attended Elk Grove Charter since 7th grade. Many of my fellow graduates have also been here this long, and together some of us were able to create special bonds because we may have been assigned a seat near each other in the beginning. But all of us got along and got through it together. We even laughed together. While writing this speech, I thought of some of the funniest and most fun things that happened at school. Whether it was playing tag around the school, trying not to laugh in class, or someone always falling out of their seat. I will miss this class and our jokes. We had fun-filled days with all the jump houses and games, awesome field trips, trips to Six Flags and Great America, 3-day trips to San Francisco, Monterey, and Yosemite. That was all possible because of this amazing school. I hope all the graduates have at least one memory to always look back and smile on. Wise King Solomon, who had much experience in life, said, "A generation is going and a generation is coming." This generation, class of 2021, is a capable generation. This past year, we've all faced many challenges: losing loved ones, quarantine, lockdown, social distancing, and so much more. But we had to make it through our last year of high school through a screen, distance learning. We couldn't go to school to see our friends. Possibly for some of us, that is our only escape. We couldn't get the in-person, educational, or even emotional support from our teachers. We had to share weak Wi-Fi with our family just to finish an online Zoom class. If we didn't end up falling asleep through it, looking at the majority of black screens, I think that made us stronger because we're all here. That means we got our work done. Even if you did it the day or hour before class, some of us during the class, we did it. Now what's next? The same wise king said, "For an abundance of wisdom brings an abundance of frustration, so that whoever increases knowledge increases pain." Why would I read that? Accomplishing such an achievement in life, such as finishing high school, is something to be proud of. But that doesn't mean you're done. Ask yourself, what do I want? How will I live my life? Be honest with yourself. We all have goals, but a goal without a plan is a dream. We must act on our goals. Sometimes that involves rethinking our goals. Some of us are going to college. Some may start working if they're not already. Some may take a break, and some of us have other plans we've been waiting to carry out. Whatever the case, consider your abilities, opportunities, and options. If you are continuing your education, know where it is taking you. If you have a goal, your education will have direction and purpose, and it will be more meaningful and enjoyable. I wish you all the best. I thank all the teachers who are doing their best for us right now. All the teachers at Elk Grove Charter School, even if I don't say your name. Shout out to Mrs. Scott, who's now married, Mrs. Rodriguez, who is all supportive of us, both who support us inside and out the classroom. Thank you, Mrs. Gallagher, Mrs. Kim at Elk Grove Charter School, and Mrs. Kim at Daler High School for getting me through distance learning and helping me finish. Thank you to all my family, extended and spiritual, for helping me get through. To those in my household, putting up with me, complaining about all the homework I probably had a week to do, but did it the week before or the day before, Above all, I thank Jehovah God. I'm so happy to be done. Elk Grove Charter presented me with opportunities to prove my beliefs, and I got to prove those to myself and solidify them. Class of 2021, I hope the same was for you. If not, you continue to search for meaning and truth in your life, the truth. Once you've found it, don't let it go, and don't let anyone stop you from attaining it. Pause.
Thank you, Amira and Chanel. Your words inspire us and give us hope as we move forward. It is my distinct honor to introduce Elk Grove Unified School District Board President Beth Albiani. As the principal of Elk Grove Charter School, I am honored to present to you the conferring of the high school diploma for Elk Grove Charter School's graduating class of 2021.
As president of the Elk Grove Unified School District, and by the authority vested in me by the state of California, I hereby authorize the issuance of diplomas of graduation to the students of Elk Grove Charter High School's class of 2021. Congratulations.
Kyla Adams. Kaylani Alcala. Amelia Alexander. Jack Alvarado. Matthew Alves. Keaton Ammer. Sienna Barney. Amira Begum. Akeli Bolding. Malachi Brady. Kobe Braggett. Kelly Breakey. Misael Campos. Joshua Carey. Alexander Castillo. Daniel Cervantes. Alexis Claude. Christian Comperon. Christian Craig. Brandon D'Angelo. Marybeth Delorso. Britton Ellis. Zenaida Evans. Khalil Fleming. Noah Fontanilla. Anthony Garcia. Alfonso Garcia Rocha. Susan Ghaffari. Luis Gonzalez. Annabella Hagyard. Christian Hayworth. Isaiah Hightower. Josue Ibarra Vicente. Melina Haboneta. Nathan Jimenez. Jared Johansson. Emmanuel Johnson. Farwa Kakar. Abdullah Khalil. Kolika King. Avery Cruz. Caitlin Lee. Sophia Leva. Natalie Lay. Julian Lomelli. Jacob Lovato. Samaya Lowell. Taylor Lee. Caitlin Lyle. Daniel Marks. Jacob Martin. Kristen McAllister. Chanel McLean. Emily Medina. Alexandra Mello. Marianne Menendez. Cece Mills. David Measy. Trevor Mora. Kimberly Moreno Perez. Elizabeth Munoz. Ryan Nareen. Drayson Ornelas. Gavin Rainey. Xavier Rios. Layla Rivera. Dominic Rogers. India Rogers. Ayat Salahuddin. Hayden Scott. Diego Ciordia. Elliot Stanley. Luke Stone. Joseph Terrones. Tyson Thabasak. Kayla Thor. Nicia Trevino. Mariah Udine. Angelise Vega. Gina White. Luca Williams. Wanya Williams. Diego Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and privilege to officially present to you the graduates of the Elk Grove Charter School, the class of 2021. Graduates, you may move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations.